Right, welcome to another episode of the podcast. Today we've got Liv Bythell with us, who has quite an interesting story about setting up an Instagram account and where that's come from and the stories behind it. So thank you for coming on.
Hello.
And so first of all, tell us the Instagram account and how it all came about and that kind of thing.
So the Instagram's lifestyle, which it started. It's nearly 2 years ago
Right.
now. I was a PE teacher for 7 years, so I never really shared much online because as a teacher, you
Be
can't
careful,
really. You've got to be careful. And anyway, I changed jobs, and I'd also been in a relationship for 8 years with a cricketer, Tyler, and there was just a time in my life that I was in a year of counselling as well.
Okay.
So there was a lot going on at the time, and I don't really know how it came about. If I was probably really just struggling, and it was about March time, coming into a cricket season. I was thinking, oh, yeah. I always struggle this time of year, as much as it's like my favourite time of the year because it's summer. It's always hits with what's this summer going to bring. And I kind of just put a post out on a new account, basically about living life with a cricketer. And how you have to fill your time. You cram something into every second of the day. And I use the word cricket widow on the post, and the amount of messages that I received from just one post about living life with a cricketer, it blew my mind because I think initially I posted that looking for someone else that felt like me. I've grown up in a cricketing family, but I haven't grown up with friends who are with cricketers. I've always been on my own with that one. So no one understood what I was feeling like. Even though I was in a cricketing family. So I think cricket also has very much changed over the years. But it's kind of coming into weekends and thinking, well, I'm going to be on my own again unless I go to the game.
And it's a long day.
It's a long day at the game. So just to kind of see if there's anyone else out there, and sure enough, there was. There was lots.
So I obviously got in contact with you about coming and talking about it because it was part of my life. Was a cricket obsessed family. Well, two of us were anyway, and my mother hadn't come from that background. I know when they first got together, she'd go to see him after the game, and they used to have male only part of the bar where all the players used to go, and she'd be left on her own. I think she developed a bit of a fruit machine habit at the time because that's all she could do, and it always amazed me, that story. And then it's, you have a family, but then, this obsessed human being that you live with still trains a couple of nights a week. There's, Saturday league games, you might have Sunday cup game, you might have a game midweek. Suddenly, there's nothing there.
No.
And depending on how well they do, it can be quite different. What mood they come back in.
Definitely. I think the time in my life, Tyler had been the previous years, or the early years and early days, and for a number of them years, was trialling for county teams as well. So Tyler would go away on Monday, play with a team, a county team till Thursday, come home Friday, and then he'd have a game Saturday, Sunday.
Wow.
And then we'd do it again. And I would say that was for 3 or 4 years, that every summer, that was what it was like.
Wow.
So you would see each other. Bear in mind, I work a full-time job, so you wouldn't have all Friday.
No.
You'd have Friday evening, and then it'd be off out the door again at 7:30, 8 o'clock Saturday morning.
Wow.
So that's the I found one of the toughest parts.
Yeah.
But then you've also got, in amongst that, October comes round, they go overseas for 6 months.
Yes.
And to kind of go through a summer of that, to then hit October when it ends, and then you completely lose them for 6 months because I was a teacher, I wasn't in a position to be able to go.
To go as well.
I think if you get the opportunity to go at that age, I think brilliant, like take it. But I only had 2 weeks was the longest time off work, which was at Christmas.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks to go to Australia is not really doable. So I did 2 6 months.
Out there as well?
No.
Oh,
just at home,
just at home, okay.
apart. And then they come back, say end of March.
Yeah.
And you don't have it's straight back into it. So I think I probably felt a very low point because I'm kind of back to back. Of that. So that's probably what made me think, surely it's not just me
It's got
going through this. There has to be, I think there's also cricket videos of professional sports people as well. This is semi-pro cricket level even. So even how are they coping with the fact that their cricketer is away for lengths of time?
There's an interesting book that was written by the wife of, I think it's Derek Underwood, who was an England player, talks about living with a professional cricketer, but from her point of view.
Yeah.
And it's quite entertaining. It's a really good read. We used to have it. I think my mum probably bought it for my sarcastic Christmas present.
I'll have to have a look at that one.
I'll try and find it and I'll send you the link. But when I hadn't realised that he was over in Australia as well, and then so there's hardly any point even being together, is there?
That's I don't think that's at some points in the relationship you do question that.
Yeah.
You do question it. But at the same time, after you've done 6 months, no one else or very few people have done that.
Yeah.
So then it's a weird thing to describe. It's like you feel it's such a strong relationship because not many people have done that. It's a weird feeling. But you just make it work.
Yeah. Well, if you want to, you do, don't you?
Yeah.
So you started the account, found out there was quite a few, women in your situation. How did it kind of progress at the start then? Was it just
at the start, it never really turned out to be anything.
No.
Like the handles lifestyle. It wasn't Cricket Widow.
No.
It was just going to be living life. As you do, play hockey, busy with work, cricket, netball, ran an Airbnb. So it was just a busy life that I just thought, right, well, we'll see. That's what I'll create it as, and we'll see who else is out there. So at first it was just life, really, but because of the amount of relatability to the cricket side, that's kind of just where it went. And it was coming into summer as well, so naturally cricket season takes over there.
There's a lot of content.
There's a lot going on. And hockey fizzles out over summer, so naturally that time of year it was coming into cricket life. And that's just where it ended up going.
And then how, because one thing I think you're good at on the channel is telling stories through different posts. So have you gone on, there's much planning now with that?
There's not much planning at the minute. I'm trying to get better. Life is that busy that it is kind of just capture what you can. And I am trying to, a big thing that when I get asked is for help, or how do you manage it, or what do you do? So I am trying to kind of capture that into the posts, because people are now wanting that little bit more of, we're not just the same, but how do you manage that? Or what do you do here? And I'm no expert at all because we were just living it. But I think just being honest about it, that's all I've ever been on the page, is just honest, tell it how it is, but have a laugh about it. I feel I do laugh my way through it. I just do. I think having a support network makes you laugh about it, but do I laugh about it more because of all the women and girls that I also know are probably thinking, that's me. That's probably what makes me laugh about it so much more, is the group of girls there.
Sure.
Whereas at one point you would probably cried about it because it's tough, but you've got to try and laugh about it now.
It's funny how a lot of people that we come across, they've started up some form of social channel somewhere, and they've with a good idea, but not really done anything with it or taken it anywhere. Was there a moment where you thought, this seems to be getting popular? It could be something that might turn into something randomly.
So last summer, we did the Otley Run in Leeds. Don't know if you've heard the Otley Run. So it's a pub crawl into Leeds. A lot of people, when I had a time, thought we were doing a 10K run. But if you're from up north, you know, it's a pub crawl. So I just kind of thought it'd be good to have a day where, if anyone's nothing to do on that Saturday in summer, come and meet a bunch of people just like us. Now I had 6 complete strangers on their own turn up to come. So there was 6 of us from my club, and 6 women turned up, girls, to come for the day. So I'd made them all baseball caps that said the Cricket Widow Club on, just so for that day we were
part of the team.
We were all in cricket whites and we all had our Cricket Widow Club cap on. And then from that day, from photos shared and videos shared, everybody wanted a cap.
Okay.
So everybody loved the caps and was asking for the caps. And again, it wasn't something that I was expecting. So I managed to get the caps, and I launched 50 caps a couple of weeks later, which sold out in 2 hours.
Wow.
And then I had to launch more caps. And in that weekend, I sold 200 Cricket Widow caps in a weekend, which then I thought, wow, people want to be a part of this. This is a community. This is a club that people are wanting to feel a part of. So that was probably a bit of a turning point that I thought, this needs to be a community for everybody, not just the page. Like, what can I give back? Because I've had such nice support and so much love off everybody. It's like, how can we turn that into being able to give back to everyone? And I think that would be probably the turning point. I thought, no, this needs to be a proper club, proper community.
We had a period of years at my club where we did really well. We just went up the leagues straight away. And it wasn't really from bringing in players, it was just the team unit. Everyone had ability, but actually team spirit and everything, get along with it. Part of that was the fact that all the wives and girlfriends knew each other, got on really well, and came along with it as well. And the whole atmosphere around the whole club changed, and it became this big community thing. And we just did really well every single week, and started being, clubs that have they're spending a lot of money on players. And it was amazing the kind of the force and the impetus it gave the whole club on and off the pitch was amazing.
No, I can see that. It's that silly saying, happy wife, happy life. But genuinely, if you feel welcome and a part of the club, you're going to go to the club.
Yeah.
And actually, what's better than being at a cricket club on a Saturday with other cricket widows, families that you know and become your network. And if clubs can be open to that and really accommodate that and make it such a welcoming place, that's when I feel like it starts to ease it so much for us. We're not thinking, oh, if I go down to the game, I'm going to be the only one sat there. Or, oh, I could go down later after the game, but it's the group, it's the team, and you're just hovering almost. Whereas if you've got your day with 5, 6 more other partners, that's huge. And also, I think it also eases the tension between relationships, because there's not that, oh, you're going to cricket all day. Which then the guy's walking out the door thinking, oh, I'm not happy, I feel bad, I'm going out all day again. There's none of that, because it becomes we're going to cricket for the day. And that is helped and created, I think, by the club. Massive.
We have really good. So we had Pete Ackley on the podcast, who's non-exec chairman of the ECB.
Okay, yeah.
And ECB had a lot of investment from selling off the 100 to everyone, and he said that the big growth in the game is in women's cricket. And so for clubs to start developing and surviving, because there's a lot of clubs closing down because they're struggling for players and all that. It comes from having more of a family atmosphere around the clubs. It's not all men focused. There's women playing and families around all the time, and the community benefits essentially, doesn't it? And so it helps actually, for the club as a whole, to be more inclusive and making it more of a family environment for people.
It really does. It really does. It becomes a lot more than just going down to the game. It's like it can become quite a lifeline for people. I think, like, a lot of the cricket widows, that they love going down to the club on a Saturday. Like, we don't, when it's buzzing and with the sun's out, there's no place better to be. I'm looking forward to that this year. Tyler's played over in Liverpool, which is an hour and 20 minutes for us, for the last 10 years.
Wow.
Whereas he's just moved to our local club this summer, so it's 5 minutes away now. So I can't wait for this summer because it is where my dad used to play. So my family's involved. I teach the Dynamos, the girls' cricket there on a Friday night. Did do last year, even when Tyler was playing over in Liverpool. But everybody, like, everyone has their role and they chip in, and it is such a brilliant place to be. And I think even for families with kids, we don't have any children, but you would rather your child be growing up on the side of a cricket pitch at a cricket ground than on a Friday evening than being sat on their screen or at home or not socialising.
Or drinking in the park.
Or drinking in the park. But for families, it's such a fabulous place for the kids to grow up. It's amazing.
So what's next then? What's the plans?
What's next? I never really know. A lot of everything so far has been shaped by the community. So they wanted the caps. We've got the caps. They've wanted some more merch, t-shirts. So we've done that. If opportunities come up, I'm kind of very much yes, I'll go for it. Like coming on a podcast today, like that just like appeared. I was like, come on, let's give it a go. So I'm just growing it and seeing where it goes. This summer feels like the first one I'm coming into with it as a proper community. So the Cricket Widow Club, and this summer we're arranging So I've got different days to meet up. So we're going to be doing the run again for anyone to come along. We're going to do a walk up the lakes, and just a few days that if they don't want something different. Because I think that's the thing. We love going to Downs the club, but sometimes you just want to have someone to do something for a bit of normality.
Yes.
A little bit of actual normal life. Because you see friends going to barbecues, going to the beer garden, and you kind of always just think, oh, I'm at cricket. I'm not going. But it's having a bunch of people to do that with. Because you are in a relationship, but they're never not there in the summer. You quite often turn up to stuff on your own a lot with other couples. And I understand that like not everyone's in a relationship, but it's a weird feeling when you are, but they're never there. That's the weirdest thing. It's hard to describe. If you're like on your own, you know what you're going to. You're on your own. That's you. But when you're in a relationship and you turn up all the time, oh, is it cricket? Is it cricket? So you end up, I think, sometimes just not going to that environment. So it's creating these environments that it is just you turning up, but all the cricket widows turning up and to have a day. So we've got some plans to have some get-togethers. And I'm also doing some softball tournaments over the summer because I think I've noticed that cricket widow and softball go hand in hand. Because, like, you can't beat them, join them in a form. So a lot of cricket widows have taken to softball on an evening, like midweek night. Just to kind of give it a go, because they've still watched the game that long. We know what we're doing.
It's still a fuss about it. It can't be that hard, can it?
No. So I'm hoping to do a few softball festivals around the country, just for people to come and have their time. They have a game day for themselves. But see where it goes, really.
So the main thing for me, not because I had the idea of doing a podcast for a couple of years before I did it. But I didn't want to be the face of it. I didn't want that exposure or anything. I don't know why. But and also, like, who would want to see my face and everything? So they, but it is, you go through those kind of things. And then I kind of went to a book signing, and I saw George there, and I'd just come from a weekend with a friend, and he's like, "Will you just shut up and record one?" You're talking about it all the time. It's like if there's something that you're thinking about for months and just keeps coming back. Like, well, you should do one. At least try it. And what was the point to why I was saying that? I don't know what the point was. There's certain times where, like, most of the feedback you get is really good. And then sometimes you see a comment somewhere and you think, they must have had a bad day or something. How's that been? Have you had much of that at all? Anything that's not been good from?
I feel very lucky, but I actually have had nothing on people from not being nice, which I was very much prepared for, because I thought, I'm here talking about cricket and now it's hard. I don't know why I've not really had much hate, if you would say. I don't know if because I do play sport. I get it from both sides. I've always been open to the fact that I'm not against cricket at all. I'm for cricket. It's brilliant for mental health, team proud. I think it's brilliant. And I have that with hockey. So if Tyler ever told me, Olivia, you can't play hockey this weekend, I'd be telling him where to go. So I feel like maybe that's always come across, that I'm not against it. I'm just talking about and trying to get people to realise the other side of it isn't always just easy. It's not easy sometimes. But I do feel very lucky that I've not had any hate. But I do wonder, is it because I do play sport and I get it from that side.
Yeah.
That people can appreciate that.
Mm.
Not against it at all. I'm just trying to raise awareness
Yeah.
of what it can feel like sometimes. And I think I did a recent post that people don't, if you've grown up in a cricketing family, you don't know any different.
Yeah.
So why would you question it when your dad's always played, your mum's always been a side of it, you've grown up in it? You probably, for no fault of anyone's own, probably thought, oh, I wonder if mum's all right. Or like, what does she think of it? People probably just don't really ever think about it, which is because all we know. Whereas like now it's trying to just be like, actually, you do realise there's a lot of sacrifice and in being on the other side of it, and it's just purely the length of the game and how it is every Saturday or summer and potentially every Sunday.
Life's busy though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Time's precious, and then the time you think, oh, you can relax and spend a bit of time with someone.
Yeah.
They're off playing.
Well, I've been waiting for a summer holiday for 10 years.
Yes.
Oh, a week-long one. But again, I get it, because over winter, I'm the exact same. I will not miss a hockey match. So for us, we're a bit buggered.
We used to do like 10 days over, but it always cost us more because you go on a Monday and you come back on a Friday, so you only miss one weekend
one game. Yeah,
and that was the trade-off.
Yeah. All the cricket windows says, hey, my time will come. Liv, give it a few more years and they won't just be as bothered about missing one game. So I'm holding out.
Yeah, with other people in the family will organise a family holiday and they'll do it for 1 week from Saturday to Saturday, and they'll let you guys do.
Yeah. No.
We need a chat.
Yeah. And do not put something on a Saturday either, because we will not be there.
Yeah. Well, that was quite fun. I actually got married on the first weekend of the season.
Right. Yeah.
Took about 30 cricketers away from the first game of the season. They've never forgiven me. I've not forgiven myself.
No, they won't let you forget it.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even clock until I got chatting to people about weddings in September, and obviously, and actually I was like, oh, well, my mum and dad got married on the 30th of September, and that's probably the weekend after the season. And I'd never twigged that before, but that will have been right before hockey, and because my mum and dad have always played hockey and cricket too.
Well, that's it. My parents got married in April, a week in between the hockey and the cricket season.
Yeah. So it just shapes every aspect of your life, but you become not to question it, because that's what you know, and that's how your life is.
You make a commitment when you join a team as well to turn up.
Yeah.
And if you're in and out every other week, which does happen a lot these days, it affects everything.
It does. I captain my our hockey team, and it's a funny one, because I'll say, oh, Tyler, just miss just one game. And then I think, actually, no, I would not expect that of my team. Our team, like, really shuffle it around, like, oh, we'll go away in January because we've not no games or the half terms. And our hockey team is brilliant for that. Like, they're the easiest team to captain in the world, because they're so committed, and then being in sport and playing at a level that requires that commitment, you can't miss. You can't. We booked a trip last year, which for other reasons we didn't end up going on, and I had to miss one game of hockey, but it was like a trip we'd been like 10 years in the waiting. And the amount of back and forth I had to do with, oh no, I can't miss. Oh no. Oh. Anyway, we booked it, and then we didn't go. So in the end, I played the game, and it was fine. Have we rebooked that? No, because I can't miss again. I can't have the thought of missing. So it's just it is a commitment, but everyone understands that commitment around it.
I think also your partner sounds like he's a good player, and it can be an income, and if you're playing all the time, that you can't work, do a normal 9 to 5. So you have to, and then there's an obligation then to actually play every game. and
Yeah.
do well and
Yeah.
be prepared, and so perhaps not going out the night before, or,
Yeah.
and
It is.
living
Yeah.
that kind of lifestyle. That's
Got to
uh,
be home for 9:30
yeah,
before the game. Yeah.
and God help if there's any form slump, and the pressure ramps up.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's funny. It's great. I obviously love it, and I think if you can create something that helps other people around, then I think
Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah. You're right about the form. Like, I remember probably about 7 years ago, we weren't doing too good.
Yeah,
And I was like, right, come on, I'm coming to the nets. Like, it's the first time I'd ever been. And I stood there for hours, probably 2 hours, just feeding the bowling machine,
yeah,
feeding the bowling machine. And then I credit myself after that.
yeah.
They did like amazing, really
Of
good.
course.
But I was like, what would life be like if, because everyone gets stuck at home, I'm giving this up, I'm
Yeah,
stopping. What would life be like if I didn't say we're going to the nets that day?
yeah, yeah.
That would be very different. Oh.
Yeah. It's. I mean, that's quite a good. So, how do you find now on the other side? So, being in a net with a ball coming out of a machine is very different to someone bowling it.
Yes.
How's that? Is that weird doing that kind of thing? You're quite sporty anyway, so you've probably done a lot of training and a lot of practice.
Quite sporty, but never hit a moving ball at hockey. Really, like one coming at you at hockey.
Yeah.
Stop it and hit
And then
a still ball or a ball moving forward. So that has been a big learning curve because it's coming at you.
it can be swinging.
Yeah, it's moving. The automatic thing is to just step out the way of it, which is what I'm doing at the minute. But to realise like how hard it actually is, because you sit there and you might say, "Oh, you just hit the ball,
Yeah.
like just hit it." But when you're there, you're like, "No, I can't hit this," and I'm at a very, very slow speed. Never mind when it's probably like double that speed.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more going on, as in we're in the net. Whereas when you're out on the field, it's wind, there's people, there's so much more to think about.
Yeah.
It actually makes you realise, there's a bit more to this game than just 22 players on a pitch trying to turn ball around.
I was lucky enough to play in a game that was against a lot of ex professionals, and the guy bowling at the end was Simon Jones, and his pump was 90 odd miles an hour, playing for England, and and a completely different animal. And he's still. I'm looking at him thinking, you could still play. Yeah, he's fit and healthy, and it was really wet. And I'm in the worst form I've ever been. Like 50 runs all season. It was so bad. And I'm thinking, I'm just not equipped for this at all. And he kept hitting the seam, so it was moving like this much, like every time. And I came down the wicket and I just said to him, you're going to have to turn it down a bit, or bowl with a bigger ball, because I'm not hitting this at all. And he laughed, and he probably thought, well, he wouldn't hit it if it was anyway. So, but there's different levels as you get higher. There's always someone that comes in and is quicker, or it spins more, or something like that. Yeah,
I think it's one of them sports that you never really master it. There's always something more to learn, or something else. I don't feel like you can always be learning in cricket.
I always think, as soon as you think you've got it, the cricket gods come and they say, it's a bit like golf as well, I suppose. And, and there's like that. There's so many different elements of it. As soon as you think you've got it, the sporting gods will come down and they'll put you back in your place. Straight away. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So you mentioned the club. I was trying to work out what the club was, for Cricket with Days. What's that about? What's the ethos for that?
It's very early days, but basically the Cricket with Dog Club is, we've got a community now online, and it's just becoming an online space for stories, posts, what people have done at the weekend. How's your weekend been? What have you got on this week? How do you find this situation? Just to help and for people to realise that it is what's happening, what you're feeling like is other people are feeling like. Like you spoke about doing an overseas season, because how often does your best friend also go through an overseas cricket season? It doesn't happen.
No.
But someone in the next village might be going through that, because there's so many cricket clubs obviously around the country.
Yeah.
There's one in every village.
Yeah.
There'll be thousands. But basically it's becoming a space where we share stories, we have a laugh, we have an event if we need to get anything off our chest one week. And from there, we've got some new clothing just to make people feel more part of that club. And yeah, hoping to do more events, get-togethers, and just see where it goes. Really, they've kind of shaped it so far. So that's kind of the way it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, do you have a website around that then?
Yes.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a website, which is thecricketwidowclub.com.
Yeah.
So everything's on there, from the shop to my blog, what's on this summer, the community, like to join up to that is all on there. Yeah, just kind of becoming a place if you need to reach out. Someone you're struggling, and you think, I just need to reach out. We're there for you. And it's not just me. Every girl or every partner or woman is there for each other, because we've all been through it. We've all experienced it in some way. That everyone's there just to help each other out, and just be that little bit of support someone needs.
Is there any advice you would give a cricket widow at the moment that's like hates cricket? And she said, "Stop playing."
Yeah. It's when there's so many different situations. Because there's people that are very new in the relationship of just being a cricket widow. There's people who are joining new clubs. There's someone that might be at a club that there's no cricket widows turn up to a game at all. There's a club you turn up to where there's 8 cricket widows that already really know each other, and people turn up to that. So there's the situation for everyone is so different. If you hate cricket, I think I wrote about a blog the other day, and it was about, I don't really know what came first in my life. Why am I busy because of cricket and I made myself busy, or is that because is that why it works being with a cricketer, because I am busy and I don't notice just as much? So don't really know. I think for someone who hates cricket, it would be to fill your time. Because if you don't enjoy going down to the club at all, you don't want to be sat at home on your own, because you're just going to hate it more, and you're going to hate every aspect of it. The hate just doesn't start on the game; it'll start creeping into every part of it. Because so I would say you've got to fill your times. You almost don't notice that. So on Saturday, that busy, seeing friends, we've got plans. You don't necessarily notice it the same, but that would be like if you hate cricket and if you don't want to go. Whereas if you're more open to it, I think you just need a balance of everything. Got to get involved at the club, because that is where everyone knows what you're going through. The people that are there get it. And also it's such a fab place to be. But also sometimes you don't want to be there every weekend. You see your friends going on holiday, or you see them going a walk, and you not doing that. I think that's when you start thinking, I want to do this every weekend. So I think it's a nice balance, and I like to plan. So I feel like if you see the month and you think, oh, I'm going to end up down at the club 4 weekends on the trot, which is more than likely. But it's like, oh, on that Saturday, I'm going to make sure I've got plans on that one Saturday in the middle of the month. I'm going to go and do something for me, something a little bit different. And if that's coming along to see us lot on one of our event meetups, then brilliant. But it's just mixing it up and breaking it up because it does take over your summer completely.
You put a post out about having a conversation with partner about, I always say, I've got friends that might be getting married soon. I'm like, you gotta have the expectations chat. What are you expecting and what might I expect? Because they can be really different from what you've grown up in or what you expect. And so when you put that out, I thought, that's a really good bit of advice actually in any walk of life. Because I think like sometimes my brother-in-law worked away during the week for 20, 30 years, with his job. And so, so my sister trying to develop her life around, so she's got her own life as well. And then he retired and she's like, I'm sick of him now.
Yeah.
If I get some more work,
Yeah.
Because you get used to it, don't you, and things like that. But it's that expectation, if you are living with someone else, to both be doing the same thing all the time is quite unhealthy as well, I think. So there's got to be
definitely
that give and take.
I don't think we'd be together if we spent every minute of the day. No way. I think, I don't know if we'd manage that, especially now we're so used to how our life is. But I think you've got to talk about it because, like, at one stage, it was early days, like I said, when Tyler would play Monday, Thursday, he'd come back on for Friday and he'd be exhausted. So he'd be absolutely exhausted and he knew he had a game Saturday. And I'd be like, right, what are we doing? Where are we going out for tea? Like, oh, we see, and he'd be, and the Tyler would be like, really, Liv? And that reaction to me was like, are you joking? I'm waiting all week for you to come home. Whereas that's not the fact that we don't want to do anything together. That is just not knowing how each other are feeling. On in that life. Like, the last thing he wanted to do was go and do something. Whereas I'd been waiting all week for him to come home to go and do something. So I think conversations are huge. Whereas if I'd have known that this is how I was going to be feeling every Friday night, that sometimes we can't, and he knew this is what Liv wants to do every Friday night. You find a balance, don't you? You find that middle ground. And I think coming into a cricket season, you've got to kind of lay out what you want from it as well as what they want from it. You can quite easily just get carried along. Like, that's how it is. There you go, play cricket. You can be carried along. Whereas and you can't expect them to know any different if you don't tell them. Like, you can't be disappointed in, they're not mind readers. Like, no one's mind readers. You can't be disappointed in something if they don't know how you're feeling. So I think it's important to kind of say, so you're both compromising in some elements, but basically say how you're feeling and then, or what you want from the season. And like, sometimes one game, if you don't win a really good, get 100, can you come home straight away one game because I want to go and do this? And it might be like 1 out of 4, or do you know what I mean? It's coming up with that ground that you're both happy with, rather than just kind of going along and all of a sudden you're into the middle of July and you're like, oh, well,
the summer gone.
Summer's gone, and what? Whereas if you've kind of laid that out, and as well with children involved as well, that's a huge one because, like, there's a lot more to factor in with families, and having almost a lot of cricketers sometimes feel like a single parent in summer because they have the kids. But also, it's important, obviously they love being there with the kids at the club, but it's important for mums to also have their own time as well, because I think that's massively important. And I think, again, that comes into a conversation at start saying, right, I just need here and there a bit of me time just so I can do this, and then the pressure off them as well. I think a chat's always good.
I've friends that they do it really well, so they got a boy and a girl, and she's always said, you play as much cricket as you want, but I'd like a lie-in on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So I've seen him a few times at the park with them,
Yeah.
like really early on a Sunday, and it just works really well, and they both accept it.
Yeah.
They're both happy
Yeah.
with what's going on. It's common ground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then it works. Like I say, they're both happy with it.
yeah,
So that's great. As long as both parties are happy with it, then it's fine. It comes from that initial, we got to just set out what we want. Like, yeah, I've known some relationships, even obviously hockey and cricket. Cricket's, sorry, summer is the cricketers,
yeah,
and the winter is the hockey players.
yeah,
And that's how they're happy with it. They kind of flip it, but that's how what works for them. So it's all no one will be the same. Everyone will be different, but as long as both sides are happy,
yeah.
that's how you got to make it work.
Do you have any thoughts on, like, if someone was to say, I'm thinking of starting up an account to talk about this. Would you have any like advice for them starting off? Like just like what
Yeah,
works, what really worked for you?
I think just be yourself. I think no one can, if you're honest with people, you just be yourself. People will either like it or not, and if they don't like it, they're not gonna
Yeah,
follow the page. If they like it, they will.
yeah,
And you're not being somebody else. Um, one thing that happened for me, I started the page, but I didn't share it personally.
right.
So it took about a year before people, like my actual friends that wasn't into cricket, because how they wouldn't see it because, well, the algorithm, it puts it in front of cricketers
Yeah,
or whatever. They wouldn't see it. And then all of a sudden they'd be like,
it,
Liv, what's this? What's this?
it looks familiar.
And it's a year on.
Yeah,
But it almost takes away that nervousness of people close to you and you're thinking, oh, I wonder what they're going to think of it.
yeah,
Because as harsh, it's not for them, because they're not a cricket, well, for my circumstance, they're not a cricket widow. So
sure.
it's not for them, it's for the cricket widows.
Yeah,
But at first, when you're posting, you're probably always, wonder what next door neighbours so suddenly going to think. But I didn't share it. I haven't shared it still, like,
yeah.
on private. Like, it's just kind of, people are starting to pick up on it a bit more and think, oh, that's Liv.
Well, it's quite
But
interesting you say that, because like we always say people get into groups on LinkedIn and things like that, and they all like and share and comment.
yeah,
Actually, the algorithms start learning who's commenting on it,
yeah,
but they might not be the target market,
yeah,
and it confuses everything.
yeah,
So the advice we always give is to not share it with people
yeah,
that you know first,
yeah,
and then it'll
right,
organically go to the people that you're
yeah.
trying to cater for.
Right. Well, that's links in massively, because that's what I've found. I haven't shared it anywhere. It's just naturally grown in the cricketing world.
Yeah,
Um, and yeah, because you just don't get them funny questions. Oh, what was that? What was that all about? And whereas now they've kind of learned with you without you almost putting it right in front of their face. It's
yeah,
they've kind of learned along. But yeah, I just say be yourself, and just, I get a lot of people saying how natural the videos are. I
yeah,
don't feel like I over edit or put anything wacky,
no,
too fancy, because I feel people just want realness
mm,
and just want the raw, what's been good or what's been shit,
yeah,
and giving that
yeah,
um without almost over sharing. It's kind of, you kind of learn in your, I'm going to share the shit side of
yeah,
sometimes of what is like cricket. I'm not going to share anything more than that that's not related to,
yeah.
if you know what I mean, because you don't want to almost people thinking, oh, she's just pouring out everything on here.
God, yeah. But it's what resonates with people, isn't it? That
hmm
but comedian Justin Morehouse, he said that authenticity works best in content because people want it and people actually laugh more at stuff that is real
Yeah.
from him rather
Yeah.
than something he's made up
Yeah.
in his imagination.
Mm.
And you're like that, aren't you, George? Working in the corner. Real content, authenticity.
Yes.
It's important for you know, there's the business and branding and stuff.
I'll be listening intently.
No, it is. It's huge. It's just the day to day what's going on, and some bits are odd, some bits are good.
Yeah.
But it's kind of people are on that roller coaster with you because they've got theirs as well. Yeah, I think it's just being honest.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I think you do very well. It's not easy to tell a story and piece it all together. And I think that's what you do really well. And thank you for coming over and making the journey and telling us more about it.
No, thank you. It's been really interesting as well talking about it because you don't actually ever look back or think about what's happened or the stages or the reasonings that you've done. So thank you. That's been really good.
It's often hard to do as well.
Yeah.
Vocalize thoughts that you might have had 5-6 years ago or whatever.
It is because time moves on, doesn't it, so fast?
Yeah.
And I'm a waffle. I waffle anyway. And you think, how can I put this thought into what I'm trying to get across?
Yeah.
But you're right. You don't think, for me to think about where I was like 6 years ago to now, and almost know that some cricket videos will be where I was 6 years ago now. And it's not forgetting that. Like, it's remembering that, there's going to be some young partners that are with someone trialing every week for cricket. And they're going through the hardest stage of it. But also the other side, the hardest stage could be with the children. And I'm not in that. So there's so many elements to it. And you think, oh yeah, I feel quite excited for this year because I'm at a new club. I'm back at my home club, if you know what I mean. So I'm looking forward to it, but it's the first time I've ever looked forward to it. Where a lot of people, might not be looking forward to it. So it's thinking about it all. No, it's been really good.
Well, it's a really good community to be part of, the cricket community.
Oh, it is.
And online as well, there's some really good stuff around.
It is. I think as a sport, it's brilliant for the team togetherness.
Yeah.
And I also, as a PE teacher, I think for kids growing up in cricket, we briefly touched on it. You go to watch again, I'm not against football, but you go to a football match, and quite often every player on that football pitch is looking at the sideline at their parents, like what they're thinking. I've just kicked a ball. Is that right? Whereas you go and watch a junior cricket game, every child is so zoned in to that ball, that bat. You don't have a single one looking at the sideline and checking they're doing the right thing. They're all so focused in on the game, and they're clapping each other, they're encouraging each other. And I think it's one of them sports that it's absolutely brilliant for that. And I think if a kid can grow up in that, then that's amazing. And it's such a different. I don't know what I'm getting at now, but I feel like they're so into the sport and not wondering what everyone's thinking of their performance.
Yeah.
They're just learning that togetherness, that teamness, that all the aspects of team sport.
Yeah.
That I think you get. It is in cricket.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It makes And I'm stuffing myself carrying on because time's moving up.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's been really interesting chat. Thanks for humouring my message whenever it was, and I always think these kind of things about making it happen, isn't it? So thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank you.
Sharing your time, and good luck with the season.
Thank you. Yes, luck with season 2. Thank you.